Hello everybody and welcome to the GMS Magazine channel. In this episode of Dyson Slice, the show about games, gamers and food, I'm going to show you a recipe that you can cook literally in 3 minutes in any microwave. So when anybody comes home and they are hungry for whatever reason, you can just put it all together in 5 minutes, put it in the microwave in 3 minutes and feed somebody with something absolutely delightful. We are going to make an omelette in a mug. I know, it sounds weird. Stick around and you'll see how this is absolutely magical. The game that we are going to take a look at is Ninja Squad from Back Spindle Game, a very quick racing game in which the players take the roles of ninjas that need to defeat the evil shogun Unamori and are going to work cooperatively and then competitively to get that mission accomplished. Welcome to Dyson Slice. Let's cook. As I was saying at the beginning of the show, this is the recipe to stop all recipes. All of them. From now on, seriously, you have absolutely no excuse to have people around at home and not give them an amazing omelette to eat, because the only thing you need is a mug and a microwave. And if you don't have a microwave, then, well, yeah, this recipe is not for you. But if you have a microwave, yes, seriously. And if you go someplace and they have a microwave, you can have something to eat, something that you can cook for yourself. So let me show you how this is done. The ingredients can be as varied as you possibly want, and you will see that I'm going to do 2 different variations because I like some things and Martin likes other things. So what you need is per person 2 eggs, a couple of spoonfuls, a quarter of a cup, like maybe 100 grams, 70 grams of diced red pepper, a handful of grated cheese, and a little handful of diced Serrano Parmesan. You can use anything else. And then you need some ground pepper, a little bit of powdered garlic, some cayenne pepper, some salt, and some mustard. And you don't need anything else, really. So how you prepare this thing, it's going to take about 2 minutes flat. Let me show you. First thing we're going to do is, evidently, we crack the eggs, and just as a precaution, it's always a good idea to crack the eggs in a different container, because if one of them is for whatever reason wrong, or there's a little bit of shell that falls in it, then you know where they go and it's better. Yes, 2 eggs per person, because I am extremely hungry. You can make just 1 egg per person if you so wish, or if the mug is too small, but I like 2 because I am, as I was saying, very hungry. Now, this is something else that you can change. You can either beat them lightly, some people might do, or you can even leave them without any beating at all, because you're going to mix later on, you're going to mix all the ingredients. Why do I beat them? Well, I actually beat them because that makes them lighter, fluffier, and I like that an awful lot. So for my omelette, I'm going to use some cayenne pepper and a little bit of garlic powder. Martin's a little bit less garlic powder. A little bit of ground pepper. This whole thing goes to taste, really, it doesn't matter. And a tiny little bit of salt. That's it. And now for mine, I also like to add a tiny dash of mustard. That's the end of it. And that's it. Now we begin to mix the ingredients. We're going to have a handful of pepper in each mug. A handful of ham in each mug. A little bit more because I like ham quite a lot. And because the ham is already very salty, I don't add an awful lot of salt to this thing. Mix, 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 mix. Mix, 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 mix. And now you put with the other hand, I know, with the other hand, so I don't get contaminated with the pepper and the cheese. I know what you people are like when I double dip and I do things like that, which I'm not meant to do and I haven't done for a very long time, so please don't get at me now. You put the cheese and gently, because otherwise it will overflow, you mix the whole thing until it's more or less evenly. More or less. Doesn't have to be particularly even, but you mix the whole thing. Like so. It's difficult to talk to you when I'm trying to concentrate, not spilling everything all over the working surface, so you don't think that I'm a filthy pig when I cook, which I actually am not. Believe it or not, I really am not. I am fairly tidy, even though my husband is probably now laughing inside himself, because he's probably going to disagree. And we're going to add a little bit more pepper, just to add a little bit more volume to the whole thing. And that's it. The beautiful thing about this recipe is that you can change it with anything. Instead of peppers, you could have mushrooms, and instead of ham, you could have tofu or different kind of cheeses, or you could add other vegetables or tuna. Tin tuna would also work very well indeed. And with this, we go on to the microwave, and I will tell you all there is to know in 3 minutes about this game. Ninja Squad is a game published by Backspindle Game, 2 to 4 players that plays in about 30 minutes, give or take. And even though the box says that it is for ages 14 or higher, I reckon that a child of 10 years old can possibly play this game quite easily. In the game, players are going to be ninjas who have to infiltrate the palace of the evil Shogun Unomori in order to defeat him and then escape. Yes, and the first part, funnily enough, is played cooperatively because all ninjas want to get to defeat the Shogun, but the second part, where they need to escape because the guards are going to be in pursuit, is, or can be, if you want to, competitive, and that is actually ridiculously good fun. The game is produced very nicely with some double-sided tiles, in which one side you have the Knight Palace, and that's the side that you start with, and then the other side, when you need to escape the palace, is when you defeat the evil Shogun, assuming that you actually do so. It comes with some absolutely beautiful miniatures from the Soda Pop Minis range of the little gorgeous chibi ninjas that will do the delights of absolutely, well, anybody, I reckon, because they are absolutely, seriously very, very nice. The gameplay is so simple. You're going to have some cards, and each card is going to give you 2 moves. The moves are going to determine where your ninja is going to land. Land on a roof and you're safe. Land on the floor and you may actually stumble upon a guard that you will need to defeat somehow or get some wounds, which is, as you can imagine, not a good idea. You can help each other as well, and you can get some tools and some weapons to defeat the guards from a distance, which is absolutely brilliant. And that's pretty much how it plays. Yeah, there are several play modes, which is good, and I have to say that the tactical aspect of the game will not keep deep players interested, but If you want something that's really light-hearted, a very good gateway game to actually introduce people and to play with children, or something that's just to put on top of the table and enjoy without having to think too much, but that has enough replayability to keep you amused for a long time, then I reckon that Ninja Squad is certainly worth taking a look at. The game comes in a fairly small box, which is very easy to transport. The minis are gorgeous, everything is absolutely beautiful. I think this is possibly quite a winner in 3 minutes. And that, my friends, is all it takes. 3 minutes to cook something I can't wait to get my head. I just have to. I'm sorry. I just need to get on with it and eat some of this because in a mug. I'll see you soon. Remember to subscribe. Bye. It's delicious.